Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Boardsy, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the world's cheapest mousepad. Yes, this is a paper towel, and yes, this is an extremely low effort video. But I do believe that this is the world's cheapest mousepad, probably costs around a penny for the mousepad configuration I have set up now. But honestly, the world is your oyster. Your creativity is the limit. You could have a full desk pad of paper towels if you so desired, and it would be so much more budget efficient than anything else on the market. But I did not discover this fucking gold mine. I actually found this out through Jabbed. He is a Kovacs addict. I will leave his link in the description. He got an ascended run on Kovacs with a napkin. I tried a napkin. I didn't like it. The paper towel was the supreme mouse surface. Now I'm just gonna review it like I would any other mousepad. So try to forget your thoughts about a paper towel. Reimagine it as a mousepad. So the first bad thing is the rubber base, or rather the lack thereof. It has no rubber base, so unless you're holding it down from all four quarters at all times with objects that have a good bit of weight to them, it's going to be completely unusable. I'm not even going to show you what it looks like. If you really care, try it on your own. So in the corners, I have two mouse bungees. I have my new HyperX Quadcast S. It was sent out to me by HyperX. I'm just going to be using it for the next few videos until I review it. Let me know what you think of it, by the way. And in the bottom right, I have an item I'm not going to talk about. But it does have a good bit of weight to it, and it is very efficient. So my configuration, it looks like this when I swipe around. And you might think, oh, Boardsy, this looks bad. But honestly, I am still tracking, and this is a bit harder than I normally swipe. I will show some gameplay later to prove that this is indeed a viable surface. But yeah, if something like this were to happen mid-game, I would have to reflatten everything out, and then boom, like a fucking pit crew in NASCAR, I have revived my mouse surface. But yeah, I played with this for like an hour of testing before I started recording the video, and I've gone through like 6 of these, so unless you have a dedicated roll of paper towels at your gaming setup at all times, I don't know how you're going to pull this off. But yeah, that could probably cause a problem in-game. But if you are using a paper towel as a mousepad, you're probably desperate to begin with. I feel like the surface is a bit better than just a normal desk. It has an interesting texture to it. You can source these locally, by the way. I don't have a preferred brand. I believe they all perform sort of the same. But the durability of the connective fibers that's what wears it down, because eventually it's going to rip off completely, and then your mousepad's going to be split up into different sections, and you really don't want that. That would just be a tragic occurrence. But the texture, it's like a relatively high static friction, but it's lower than a lot of shitty cloth pads that are affected by humidity, so that's a plus. And when you're swiping it around, it is pretty slow. I don't know, I can't really imagine this pad being like one of the best on the market, but maybe it's good for like static dots. I don't know, I'm looking for something. It's a stretch, but then again, it is a paper towel. What are you expecting? Here's a glide test. Oh, it actually got more spins than I was. Whoa, what the fuck? Never mind, maybe it's a bit faster. But I don't know, when you're like swiping your mouse around, it really does not feel that fast. And if you are a monkey gripper, I'll just show you what it will look like. Well, hold on, monkey grippers would never use a light mouse. Here we have the Zegan NP01 and monkey gripping. Boom, connective fibers gone. And in that last stunt I performed, my fucking custom mouse actually flew off my desk. I don't know if you guys could hear that. But yeah, that's what happens if you swipe too hard. And even if like your sensitivity is too low, that's what's going to happen. Like I said, the mousepad splits off into separate chunks. And now it is completely ruined. And I will have to get a new one. But yeah, I'll put some gameplay here, just like a minute. And yeah, then I'll give my final thoughts. So yeah, to wrap up my thoughts on the world's cheapest mousepad, not a fan. 3 out of 10. It's very thin, little cushioning, not a comfortable surface. The durability, horrible. No stitched edges. I would be concerned about fraying if the durability wasn't so bad. And really, even when everything's configured perfectly, the glide is average at best, and there is always just the stress of your pad breaking on you and having to fucking swap it out mid-game. And imagine that happens to you in a gunfight. Then you're using your desk as a pad. Like, that's just a nightmare. I would still recommend going for an actual mouse pad, but obviously if you want to try this, I cannot stop you. But yeah, like I said, 3 out of 10. Could have been worse, could have been worse. Not affected by humidity, that's a plus. And yeah, let me know. Leave a like and sub, actually.